I am a Black and Native American female designer. I don't feel like there are a lot of Native American designers out there, so I always make sure to include both sides of me. My name is Esmi Rennick, but I go by Esmi. I'm from environmental design and I graduated in spring of 13.
I like to work interdisciplinary, so I've made furniture, I've carved bowls, done installation work. So ArtCenter was kind of great that I had space to spread out.
I thought I would be doing luxury hotel design and branded spatial experiences, but I realized I didn't want to create spaces to sell more shit, for lack of a better word. So I ended up in urban planning. A lot of the communities that we're serving are underrepresented in general. And so I specifically wanted to design what that community engagement looks like so that communities have a voice. In high school, my mom made an effort to start shopping around colleges, and at the time I thought it was architecture, but there was just a level of rigidity that I wasn't really meshing with. A family friend introduced us to ArtCenter, and she made a point to bring me up here and do a tour of the school, and that's when I discovered environmental design and I realized it was a perfect fit. Once I graduated from high school, I went to community college and I took night classes in ArtCenter at night. And that was just to let me build a portfolio for environmental design. I would drive an hour to community college and then I'd drive the other hour to Pasadena. And then I'd go do my 7 to 10 o'clock class and then drive 2 hours home. And so when I finally applied and I got accepted and my parents saw the price tag, they were like, we can't deny her the right to go because she proved to us that this is what she wanted. I was the only Black Native American woman in my department. I can't even name a woman of color from my department. I grew up in a predominantly white town, so it didn't stick out to me, but the more I looked around, it became glaring to me that I had a voice that was not represented there. My first impression is with you. I was lucky enough to have you approach me as an upperclassman and say, I'm reaching out to you as a student of color, and to let you know that you can ask me any questions, or if you see me on campus, say hi. I think ArtCenter was very lucky in having you. Otherwise, I don't think I would have begun to even branch out of my initial class on my first term. Materials class with Jen Silbert. We literally got to take random materials and create with them. And I went on to do a pretty big installation piece with 10,000 plus eggshells, where I laid them out and let people walk over them, literally walking on eggshells. My favorite place to work on campus was in the wood shop. I loved all the machinery, all the big tools, popping on the lathe and making bowls. I would just do that throughout the term to kind of chill out. Without a family connect, I don't think I would have heard of ArtCenter. Kind of makes me sad to think that if I would have never found this space and found the friends that I've had and the connections that I've made, definitely think I would be a completely different designer.